everyone, here is preview video for our next auction this Thursday, January 24th, 2013. 1801 Guinotte is the address. It's spelled G-U-I-N-O-T-T-E. Kansas City, Missouri, 64120. We're in the East Bottoms, just east of City Market in downtown Kansas City. Kind of near the Isle of Capri Casino. I recommend taking 3rd Street from City Market to get down to Guinotte. There's a map on the website. A lot of neat stuff coming up. Auction gets going at 6 p.m. Preview available after 5 p.m. and we should be finished by 10 p.m. or so. We'll start somewhere down here. There's some neat stuff in the case, a lot of neat political buttons and other pieces of political memorabilia, and some nice railroad lanterns, nice and clean with the glass intact. Neat kind of a steer skull. It's actually Franklin Mint or something like that, but it's huge, neat piece. All sorts of great stuff. The bust is signed M. Green. Some crockery, some jewelry, some sports memorabilia, some old clocks, and just other really neat pieces. That's a neat cigarette lighter, kind of cool. Dated like 1903. All sorts of great stuff, wide variety of material. Some neat knives, couple guns, a neat old BB gun. Some fishing stuff, World War II German bayonet, neat little pre-1899 pocket pistol. We've got a lot of watches. There are a few gold watches in here, as well as some sterling and some pocket watches and some other pieces of gold. Some neat military stuff. Old sports items, some taxidermy, some toys, or some coins, nice old coins in there. And this is a really neat piece here, an old ringside boxing bell. Kind of cool. Not sure what to say about those big shoes. They're great for a display of some kind. Got some musical equipment, some different horns and reproduction military stuff. We have some guitar effect pedals, which are always nice. Neat little Dan Electro amp there. All sorts of fun stuff. Let's see, we'll go back here real quick behind the counter, behind the front row of tables. This is a neat embroidered piece here. Maybe World War II type souvenir. Pretty neat. Some fur coats, mouton, military jacket there. And then this siren here is pretty neat. Let me see if I can get it plugged in without electrocuting myself. Whoa, how about that, huh? So yeah, there's that. This is a nice piece here, this school bell. We've kind of got it rigged up here, so I'm not going to ring it, but neat old school bell there. A lot of neat boxes and crates and ammo cans, a couple of old banjo, just the cases. This is a really neat piece here. This is a noodle cart, you know, in Asia where street vendors sell noodles. You know, you put the water in the bottom there, hot water in the bottom to keep everything nice, of all your condiments and stuff in there. Neat piece. Some more boxes and crates and all sorts of fun stuff there. A couple of neat old chairs, a recliner Collins chair, I believe they called it. We have a scooter. It is as is, where is. I believe it's battery operated. So there's no title, there's no key. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Some neat stuff on the fence here. Some old Golden Wedding coffee posters, and some more reproduction type stuff, nicely weathered. Okay, then we'll go over and we'll go to this table here, all the way down to the other end. We don't have a whole lot of furniture this time, so maybe we'll be out of here a little earlier. Maybe not. Who knows? Neat old microphone. Call rad, I believe is how you say it. A gumball machine and a stand. Needs a little work to get it to stay on there. Neat old typewriters, old Underwood typewriters. Pretty desirable pieces there. A couple of flats full from 1940s Country Gentleman magazine. Seeing as how we have several country gentlemen that attend the auction, they should do well. Neat KitchenAid mixers, Gilchrist. They work. Neat retro kitchen mixers that work. Neat old glass mailbox. Couple old crank telephones that work. You know, as far as you know, the parts move and it's not all corroded and all that. Great old fishing poles and rods. Costume jewelry and other stuff. You know, we went through a lot of it. Wouldn't be surprised if you find some gold and silver in some of this. Some neat old pictures there and all sorts, just kind of neat old stuff. Neat World War I soldier there, and some old machinery and some slides, big old glass slides of you know, different historical things from Kansas City Public Schools a long time ago. Piano cylinders, comic books. Down here there's some cells too, comic cells, animation cells. So we'll probably be doing 3 separate lots out of that box there. There's some Anarcho, Mood Indigo Anarcho was really popular. A whole freaking set there, you gotta love that. Somebody will get excited about that. Some military stuff, neat flats of military stuff, and some vintage hats. Stainless steel Christmas tree. Some cool punk rock records. You know, limited pressings, a lot of stuff. Great old stuff here. So anyway, there's that. Some 7 inches too. This is a neat piece there. Okay, then after this table we'll do the walls over here. Nice old stuff. Neat piece of metal art, we'll call it. And over here, these are really neat 1960s motor racing magazines Really, really neat stuff. Apparently it was part of a big collection, long-standing museum quality collection that just kind of got broken up, and you know, collectors of this kind of material in Kansas City should be pretty excited to have the opportunity to get some of it. Neat old race car stuff. This guy, neat old High Life sign. The lights were flickering on and off, and they've since stopped, but I imagine a guy knows what he's doing can get that going pretty well, pretty easily. Some more beer and liquor stuff. More little pieces here and there, not a whole lot on the walls. And we have a little bit of furniture way over on the other side of the room, but instead of doing that right now, we'll go over to this table. This first table is where we'll do choice. If you've been to the auctions before, you know the order we go. Although we will do the furniture and stuff over there before we do choice here. Neat TWA stuff. A lot of this brass, this is some old, no, these are old pieces. Maybe a British made, turn of the century. 19th century chamber stick, old lead repair. Nice stuff, folks, some nice stuff here. It's where we start doing choice. Vintage, retro, more motor kind of related. Need oil cans. Old matches, more military stuff under the table. And some more comic books and all sorts of great stuff, folks. Coming up this Thursday. Then over here, more great stuff. Need a sewing machine, some World War II VHS tapes. Don't go bringing me a bunch of VHS tapes because you saw them in here. Those are World War II, so kind of the exception. Old Olympia typewriter. More military books and catalogs. More record albums. Cool stuff. And we've got tons of stuff ready for resale if you do the swap and shop, or you have a booth. A lot of the stuff is just ready to go. A lot of newer jewelry, a lot of stuff still in the packages. Seems to do well here. We've sold quite a bit of it for a consigner. So there it is. And we'll do this last table of choice over here. We'll start down at this far end. Oh, might as well do I don't want to call it all furniture, but this is what we have in you know, the category of larger items for this auction. A few other things might come out. Have to see what happens, but just for whatever reason, not a lot of furniture coming in the door the past couple of weeks. And considering the prices we've been getting for stuff, I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, but that's the deal. Nice bicycle. Some neat pieces over here. A few lamps. We'll get those plugged in here before too long. Okay, and we'll do our last table of choice here. All sorts of great stuff. These Asian plates here, Myoyu, I believe is how you pronounce it. You know, look them up on eBay. We've got a whole bunch of them. You know, they're bringing 40, 50 bucks, 60 bucks on eBay. Bunch of Royal Copenhagen, a bunch of Royal Copenhagen plates, collectible, and then just some assorted items. Need a National Fabric Company automotive trim books, kind of fun. And then closing out the night, we have a massive collection of shot glasses. How do you turn those away? Quite a prolific assortment there. So excellent, you know, things to resell in your booths and all that. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you on Thursday.